Todd and Don.
It is 7:05. Todd Jeffries along with Don Pryor.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have found the Todd and Don Show. Friday, we talked about a new poll. I think it was a Quinnipiac poll talking about the race to the governor's mansion. There was a lot of division on whether or not the governor or Greg Abbott should seek a re-election or not. There was some Matthew McConaughey thrown into the mix into this poll. Beto
Right.
was in there as well. But also in the mix to be governor for the great state of Texas is Mr. Don Huffines. He was in that included in that survey of folks are interested in him, and he joins us now on the live news line. Wants to be governor of state of Texas.
All right.
Don Huffines, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. We do appreciate you, and I know there's a lot of things on your mind, including election integrity, border security, property taxes, and just good old-fashioned Texas values as well. Let's start with SB 7, which is something that is going to be addressed in a special session of our lawmakers here in Austin. Is there a problem with election integrity in the state of Texas that should be addressed?
Well, good morning.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
good morning, Todd.
Yes, sir.
Of course there is. Look, this is voter suppression when millions of Texans don't have confidence that their votes being counted properly. I mean, they always ask me, "Hey, Huffines, why are we going to vote? We think our votes are being stolen." And the key here is about enforcement. We've already got a lot of laws. Look, more laws are good, but we've got to have enforcement of the laws we've already got. It's a felony to cheat, but no one's going to jail for it. We don't have anyone enforcing it. The governor's in charge of this. He was AG for 12 years, Attorney General for 12 years for the state of Texas, which is supposed to be enforcing voter laws. I don't remember him ever doing anything about it. And now he's been governor. He's elected for 2 terms, and he's not done anything about it. His Secretary of State's really promoting voter fraud up here in Dallas County. And so we've got to have a new administration. We've got to have someone that's committed to making sure we have confidence in our elections.
Is it time to purge the voter rolls because of a wide buffet of folks that are not eligible to vote are still included in the system?
Well, of course we should purge the voter rolls. Of course we should. That's just a given. There's a lot more we should do. We need to make sure, like in these big metropolitan counties up here in Dallas County, Harris County, et cetera, where you've got a Democrat DA, you've got Democrat judges, you've got Democrat juries. I mean, let's be realistic about it. There's no, they're not going to convict a Democrat for cheating a Republican. That's just not going to happen. So we need to be able to change venues. We need to have special prosecutors. We need enforcement. We need law enforcement involved in this process in every county across the state of Texas. And that's not going to happen with Governor Greg Abbott.
Now, if you
Abbott.
Yeah, go ahead and finish up. Greg Abbott has failed on this front.
Of course he's failed on this front. He's failed on every front. I mean, look, he's got it the way he wants it. And he's just a political windsock. He's blowing in the wind. He's the definition of a career politician, 31 years in elected office. And the Republicans have had enough. And Republicans, primary voters, are smart. And wherever I'm going across the state, I'm telling you, our campaign is on fire, Todd. It's just incredible. It's going so much better than I ever anticipated. We're going to report millions of dollars in the bank in our financial report, and we're just so much enthusiasm out there to finally have a real leader running the state of Texas. And that's what my campaign's about. It's about leadership and no excuses. And I'm the actual Republican running that's actually going to do something.
Now, on the border issue, the border security issue, we have, law enforcement from Florida and other states coming here to help secure our border. As you know, Greg Abbott is beginning the process to raise money to continue what Trump did not finish when it comes to this border wall. Just address that issue of border security, the wall, the subsidies and E-Verify and things like that. What are your thoughts?
Well, absolutely. When I got into this race 5 weeks ago, I was talking about finishing Trump's wall and building a Texas wall. And then the governor starts talking about it, and he wants to build it on like 20 miles of it. I want to build it on hundreds of miles. This is an invasion. This is an invasion. And in a Huffines administration, I am not asking permission from the federal government to secure Texas's border. I'm not going to be doing that. This is our border. I'm going to close the crossings over the river for inbound commercial traffic and make Mexico acquiesce with economic pressure to secure their side of the river. We've got to keep these people out of the river. We've got to keep them from crossing that bridge. And this is an invasion, and I'm telling you, we're going to do it, and we can do it very quickly. I'm going to actually solve something that the governors could have done last year. He could have done 6 years ago. If he wanted the border secure, he's got the border the way he wants it. That's why this is one of the most important elections in United States history, certainly the most important one in the United States in 22, because the only chance we have of securing the border is with a Texas governor that's got the courage to do it. And that's what you're going to get with a Huffines administration.
A lot of our big cities, Austin, Texas, Dallas, the Metroplex, and Houston, we're getting hammered hard by ever-increasing property taxes. It just continues to force people out of their homes over and over and over again. Would you phase out or come up with a different taxing system? Would you phase out? Because I've heard you say you would phase out a property tax system entirely. Explain how that would work.
Well, I absolutely will phase it out. This has been a priority of the Republican Party on and off for many years. And what we're going to do is it'll take about 10 years. We've been working on this for many months. I've got reams of data and stacks of Excel spreadsheets, and it's very possible. It's very achievable. And the good news is every Texan is going to get a chance to vote on it because it'll be a constitutional amendment. And what we're going to do is cap state spending at like a 2%, take the growth in revenue, which is about 8%, and take that 6% and buy down property tax with it. And we'll shift some of it over to a consumption tax. But we got to get our reliability out of the property tax system and over into a new tax system. People are tired of renting their property from the government, and the rent just goes up and up every year. You never own anything in Texas, and we're going to put a stop to it. The first thing you got to do is find a governor, have a governor that champions getting rid of it. You're not going to get to the 1-inch line because everything is about leadership in the state of Texas, and we don't have any.
Don, we're up against the clock here. Don Huffines, running for governor of the state of Texas. A lot of talk about school vouchers. Parents are not happy with the outcomes of our public schools these days, continuing to be taxed, and we just have problem after problem in our public schools. Would you support a true voucher system where the money follows the child to whatever school or education program a parent wants to send their child to?
Absolutely. I was one of the number one champions for school choice, education freedom in the Texas Senate, and when I served in the Senate. And there's nothing more important, really, for our state than getting control of our education system. Competition lowers the price and increases the quality of everything, and it's going to do the same thing with our education. And we need to focus on it. It's been a priority of our party. And again, we have no leadership on that issue, no mention about it. And it's time we got new leadership.
Yeah, the website is donhuffines.com. Hey, Don, I appreciate you calling in this morning. Thank you so much. Good luck to you, and I'm sure we'll talk soon again.
Go get him.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, thank you, Todd. Thank you, guys.
All right, appreciate you.
Day.
Absolutely. Don Huffines on the Todd and Don Show.
The Todd and Don Show.